Hello, so as you may know, I am a very big Legacy of Kain fan, particularly the Soul Reaver games. So when I heard that they were coming out with Ascendance, I was pretty excited, and then I read the graphic novel, and I was less excited, and I can't say that the game has let me down, because my expectations were pretty low after reading the graphic novel. Now, I do want to support the company because I want more of, like, the better content that they had, but as for the writing and everything for Ascendance, I can't say it was good. The gameplay was also not very good. I was playing it on easy mode, but it was still quite a bit of a challenge, and this is coming from a Castlevania player. I would consider myself pretty good at Castlevania. So yeah, like the fact that I was struggling on easy mode, I was like, this doesn't feel right now. Maybe I was playing it wrong, but anyway. So we have most of it covers what was already in The Dead Shall Rise. So if you've read The Dead Shall Rise, you don't really need to play this unless you just want to hear the voices. But even that didn't really work because halfway through the game, the voices cut out for me. So I had to quit and then come back in. And then they started up again, but I still had to, like, watch through a few cutscenes again, because you can't skip cutscenes either. Which is a feature I really appreciate in the remasters, because I like speedrunning and stuff. Overall, the game wasn't, like, too glitchy or too laggy, which was a good thing. In the first few days of Defiance's release, it would freeze up on me a lot. It seems like they fixed that, but I'm not entirely sure. I have played it a lot since it first came out. But, so, another thing I want to complain about is the inconsistent cutscenes. So, you have, like, 3 different types, and you only get the last type, at the very end of the game. And that's the animated cutscenes, and they labeled them, like, as anime cutscenes, but I'm like, I wouldn't call that style anime. And then you have they have, like, a little square box in the middle of the screen and text below, like it's an older video game, which, I mean, that's an okay cutscene style. I just wouldn't have put it to this game. And then you also have the third cutscene style, which was with the conversation with Ariel, and it's really weird looking. It looks like old animation, and they also did the same thing for when Kain revives Raziel and stuff. It looks so strange, and it doesn't look like I don't want to be mean, but it doesn't look like they spent a lot of time on it. Like, it looks like it was a rushed thing. And while I'm on the topic of Ariel's conversation, let's just talk about that section of the game. So, when Alaylis goes to find Kain, after her and him are done talking, Ariel appears, and they make you take a quiz on the pillars and their guardians, and, like, if you... Oh yeah, also the collectibles are all just previous lore that we already all know. If you wanted your players to be able to know the lore, then you can, like, drop hints, and then they can just look it up if they want. But, like, to make me take a quiz for everything that I already know, it just feels kind of silly, and, like, what? And then on top of that, if you get a question wrong, which I did because I was trying to skip past what Ariel was saying, Kain will give you a hint. And I'm like, why is he giving me a hint? I would think that he wouldn't want to even, like, participate in this conversation. Maybe he just wants to feel included. It was weird. I also feel like Alaylis suffered the classic symptoms of a fanfiction insert OC. I mean, I have a lot of insert OCs myself, but I try to stay away from I try to stay away from giving characters siblings or romantic interests, because I feel like that often goes awry. Like, it tends to make the character, like it tends to nerf the character that they're related to or in love with. I don't know. It feels weird. And also, I was like, so Alaylath is like she's on this journey for revenge and stuff, and it seems like we're supposed to pity her for like all the terrible things that have happened to her, which honestly is really nothing compared to like all the other characters in the series. Like she got her hand chopped off and then she turned into a vampire, and uh then she got cursed by Mobius for a little bit, and oh yeah, and her parents didn't love her. How depressing. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't feel very. The writing was not very good, which was sad because we still have Michael Bell and Simon Templeman, and the yeah, it's just not. It doesn't live up to the legacy of the other games. So my recommendation is watch the gameplay, watch all cutscenes before deciding to buy this game.